My name is Pastor Leo. I'm with the Church of the Crucified One in Moretown, Vermont. Today we're going to be interviewing Dean Rodney, fondly known as Dean Spread. Dean is a fisherman in Jamaica. He's got a YouTube channel, and we'll show you what that looks like. But we've been working with Dean for many, many years, since he met the Lord, and we were bringing people down, youth down to Jamaica, and working with youth and young adults and children, doing vacation Bible schools. And what we're going to do is talk to Dean today about what is happening in Jamaica, what we're working on right now, and what he's doing. Jamaica has gone through a real rough patch with the COVID, and what we're doing is we started a project down there that's going to be talking about prayer and exploring how prayer works in our lives. We were going to do it just to the youth of the area, but it expanded right into the whole island, and we're getting people from everywhere wanting to be a part of it, from St. Catherine, from St. Andrew, from St. Mary, the bigger population areas of Jamaica. So it's very exciting. So without further ado, we're going to meet Dean from Jamaica.
Yeah, my people, I held again and I say welcome back to another adventure. Nice, beautiful day today at Mega Beach. Yeah, man. Couple days down in the dive, but you know, and not because of the weather or nothing, just because of my feelings, you know. Sometimes I feel to go, sometimes I don't feel to go, sometimes we are go all 1 week, 2 weeks straight. But today is another day. Don't know how the water stays, so I go out there and you don't know. When you reach on the beach, you can give you a pre-look at how the visual are out there looking, you know, so stay tuned until you reach on the beach. Alright, over and out, you know. Yeah, my people, so I just reached on the beach. See where I go on there. Water look calm and nice. Same way. See boat on the sea. You see people on the front of the beach. People are enjoying the nice, beautiful weather. Some people just have fun in the nice, clean, crystal clear water, you know. So you don't know. The next set of people them down there, so enjoy themselves. Some man run on the beach there. So you don't know. I'll the same way, you know, I may say this is the day that the Lord has made, you know. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So you will see what we're going in the water. So over and out.
So good. So anyway, without further ado, this is Dean. We call him Dean Spread. His real name is Dean Rodney, and we just want to welcome you today, Dean, to our channel.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and hopefully your viewer. Thanks for having me, also the viewers.
Yeah. So what you and I really have done is we've been bringing the gospel together for a long time.
Long time.
A long time. And just maybe tell us on your perspective, you know, what it was like for, you know, what's it like for you to do that kind of stuff, you know, during the times when we were able to go down there more often.
Yeah. Well, my experience was, you know, a bit like maybe a lot of persons, because I were new to the gospel. I was a musician, and from time to time I would be playing at churches. So the church specific, well, the specific church that I was playing at the time when I met you, Father Leo, was at the Wesleyan Holiness Church in Windsor Castle. And then from there, you guys brought all of those people to Jamaica and was just like worshiping and stuff. That to me, that like got a hold of me. And I'm saying, these people, really, really look, they really love the Lord. They really looks like, they love the Lord. So I wanted to be engrafted in that. I want to understand what that was,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't want to say I become a part of it, but I would like to say I'm more engrafted in it because I was there most of the time when the guys came to Jamaica and we were moving like here, there, and like everywhere, and it was just crazy and chaos and all over the place. Everybody
it was organized chaos.
It was organized chaos, but so I enjoyed that part of it. But then, that part of me that wanted to understand like what this is all about was my searching for to find that grip that I can hold on to say that this thing is more of a lifestyle and not a like
go to church on Sunday.
Right, not just go to church and like a normal church.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was it for me searching then in the beginning,
So when we first met, you were not much of a Christian. You would just go to church a little bit.
Right, because I was like playing
you were a musician.
I was a musician in around that area.
Yeah.
Like from Buff Bay to another bay, and people will just call me for their church service. So I was playing from church to church to church to church. Like Sundays, some Sundays I do like 3 churches, and then I will came back and go to Western Church. That's before I knew the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I was like back and forth churches before we met. Actually met you, Father Leo. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you remember when you first met the Lord? What that experience was like?
Yeah. I didn't know what it is truly. When my life get affected, I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand at all what was going on. So I started asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Some I'm not sure if I got the right answers from people that I talked to, but I was asking a lot of questions because I was being like overwhelmed with this kind of thing, wanting to know what that is, what's this about, and all the stuff, all the Christian stuff that because I was coming into something new, so
and it's really changed your life.
Right.
Yeah.
So then I started to talk to Pastor Franklin Crooks. He was partially blind.
Yes.
But he have some good knowledge of what was going on.
Yeah.
So I started to talk to him more and more and more and more. Even on days I would just call the house to just go over there and sat with him and talk because of the way that I was feeling and you know what was coming over me. So me and him, you know, have like a father and son relationship pertaining to, you know, the gospel. So I eventually got baptized there. Yeah.
Wow.
So
He was a blessed
that's my
man
first
too.
thing.
I
Yeah.
really had a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for him. Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, when we started coming down there, then I know that you were working with the youth at his church.
Yeah. I was a youth president at the time, because when you guys were just coming down, I would probably like about almost a year in my walk. Yeah.
And then we show up with a mass of people to do vacation Bible school.
Right. And then that's when when you guys come around, that's when I fully, fully starting to explore the Bible even more, you know?
Good, okay. You really committed your life to the Lord at that point.
Right. So, but then I wouldn't say I was going through the motion, but I was doing like churchly things, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but after you guys, after meeting with you guys, I learned something different, totally different from my previous walk, you know? And the thing that I learned that is like an everyday relationship with God.
That's nice.
I learned that more from you guys, you know, that everyday relationship, coming to God, going to God, you know, praying and, you know, asking for stuff and all these things.
Yeah.
So knowing you guys helped me to do that. Yeah.
That's a blessing to know.
Yeah.
Well, I know that, without going into all the small detail, we ended up starting a mission house down there.
Right.
In Jamaica. And the long short of it is you took over the running of that mission house. We had a lot of things going on in between, but where we are now, because we don't have enough time to go, we could be here for a couple hours probably to talk about the details.
A whole lot of things.
A whole lot of things. But you're running now right now, and we had a good core group of young adults for a long time.
Yeah.
But COVID came about, and it really weaned it out because we no longer could meet. They put down lockdowns. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. Well, to give a quick look at what we do down here was that we have a bunch of youth. We have a couple of youths. We have a good contingent of youth per se. Every year we would look forward to a Bible school in the long and short of it, and then, you know, we would do activities like camping and stuff. And I mean, the guys are really grown up now, but you know, they miss those stuff. And then we were going along trying to help them to understand maybe what I was trying to understand as well, because seeing them remind me of me, you know.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to like help them to understand more about what they are feeling or what they are going through, or you know.
Yep.
So, you know, me being here at the mission house, that was my role that I tried to play in their lives. But then I think everybody is affected by COVID.
Yeah. Yeah.
So COVID
Now,
started.
what's the group's name is called?
Second Chance, yeah.
Second Chance. Now, you
group
guys came up
name,
with that name, right? Your whole group came up with that name.
right?
So can
So
you tell us how you came up with that name? Why they thought they needed a second chance?
well, it was way back when we were at the first mission house.
Yeah.
Those days we had a guy named Raja.
Yeah.
Remember Raja Oz?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Melvin. So we sat and we were talking, because then at that mission house we usually have like missionary from your church will be there,
Yeah.
and then we will be the accompany them with the youths. So we were thinking about how we could came up with a name. And I think it was after a trip you guys had down here and a Bible school that we congregate into that little hallway there.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the name comes up.
Was that in that like garage?
No, that was not in the garage. It was in that little, like a little hall, like a.
And that was over at the old place, right? Over in Hart Hill.
Right, yes.
Okay.
So it was like in that little hall there, and we had a lot of people there, a lot of you guys, the folks that you take down here was there as well.
Uh-huh.
And the name just comes out.
Yeah.
And from then we stick with the name.
Yeah. Because I know that they really like the name and they identify with it so well. You know, a lot of the youth, even if because I know a lot of the kids that used to come, a lot of them have grown up already, and they already have families of their own, and they have jobs.
Right.
Some of them are have become, they work in the hospital and they work in different places. I mean, I've seen them online and what they're doing, and I always get blessed by seeing that they had a fairly successful life out of since those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, so that's I think that's where the name
came from.
Was first mentioned. The end of that Bible school.
Whenever we came down there,
yeah, when you guys came down there.
Anyway, so what we're doing now, Dean, is we're with Second Chance Youth Group, and, our Soul Fire prayer group, together with the Church of the Crucified One, which is all under the church, is now going back out and spreading the gospel into Jamaica. And we thought we'd get some people locally, but heck, it looks like we're getting people from all over Jamaica. You know what I mean? All over Jamaica are now have signed up. I'm getting a lot. I even got people today from the States, some people in the States. Barbados. I had people from Barbados. I have different all over, mostly Jamaica, mostly in St. Catherine, actually, is where they're coming from. St. Catherine, St. Andrew, and a little bit in Portland. A little bit in St. Mary, Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to next Saturday evening at 6:30.
Yeah.
And see what the Lord does, So.
Yep.
Yeah, because I think the Lord's opened a new door for us all.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but and I think we ought to meet more often like this, Dean, and talk about what's going on,
Right.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
All right, brother.
All right.
Praise the Lord. I'll try to have this up so we can get it out as soon as possible.